Well, welcome everyone to another edition of our Prayer Book Hebrew series. As you know, I have been alternating between the Prayer Book Hebrew the Easy Way on certain nights at 6 p.m. and then going back to the Terrible, which is also found in the Prayer Book Hebrew section of EKS Publishing. Now, EKS Publishing, as you know, and I like to always let you know where I'm getting these, EKSpublishing.com, and here is the site. And they have the best Hebrew materials I've ever run across because you get a full explanation of all the Nikud, and you have exercises, and it's done in such a cohesive manner that I don't know of any other program that even compares with what EKS Publishing has done to bless the community of the Commonwealth of Israel and those who may just want to learn Hebrew for their own benefit. But I wanted to make sure I put that on there for you and encourage you to get these books. So with all of that, we are going to start tonight looking at another edition of OgTheTerrible. And so let me open up the book for us here, and we will see some of the pages we've already gone through. And now we notice that the story up until now features this dragon, this evil dragon, who has a lot of bad intent. He is going to steal something. Turns out that he doesn't want to steal gold or money or silver. He doesn't want to steal sons or daughters. He's not into kidnapping. He doesn't want to steal any other kind of possessions, TV, smartphones, whatever else might be hiding or in a home. So the thing that he does want to steal, however, we discovered is the Torah. And so on his way, he goes to steal the Torah, and he finally gets to the synagogue, and he breaks in. And of course, such a big creature as he is, banging on that door, eventually the door gives way, and he just comes barreling in like a bull in a china shop, so to speak. Well, so he's in there just knocking things around willy-nilly. And of course, remember that on this page, he is talking about this is the menorah. And of course, he knocks the Zeh Ner Tamid around, which is the lamp of perpetuity. And the last thing that we read last time was that he went under the table full of the Siddurim and said, these ha-Siddurim, these are the Siddurim, or the books that order the service. That's where Siddur comes from. It's the ordering of the service. And so we're going to continue now with Og the Terrible and see what else he's up to while he is in the Beit Tefillah, or the house of community or prayer or study or temple, as they've translated it. So here he is again. He has a couple other things he's going to do in the temple. And there's one other thing that we need to learn is this word ha-bima. Without the ha on there, which is the definite article, then we would see that the word bima is separate. So the ha means the, and then the word bima. Okay, so what is the bima? Well, the bima was a platform that usually the cabinet that kept the Ark, or the cabinet's called the Ark, that kept the Torah inside, that platform where people would go up to speak to the congregation, perhaps the rabbi, or they might even have specials where children would sing, or important personages in the temple would come up. They would be raised above the congregation. That's really what the bema is. It's a platform. Sometimes I've heard people refer to it as the platform with the, it's the thing where you put the books on, where the pulpit kind of is in that idea, because you're raised up over above the people. So in this, we see this word ha-bema. And so we start out with a hey, with a patach, we get the ha, and the bet with the hirik yod, ha-b, and then we have a mem, okay, with a kametz, bima, ha-bima, ha, B-I-M-A-H, ha-bima. And so let's do that one more time. So we start out with a hey, and then we have the bet with the hirik yod, and then we have the mem sofit, or the mem, regular mem rather, I'm sorry, and then a hey, ha-bima. Okay, last time, hey, with the patach, the bet, hirik yod, a mem, with the kametz, gives us the ma sound, ha-bima. Okay, ha-bima. Now this one you probably recognized, ha-Torah. We've done this before, I think, if I recall. But here we have the hey and the tav. Next to the tav is a holem. That's how we get ha-to. And we have a resh with a kametz and a hey. Ha-Torah. Ha-Torah. Okay, I won't do that one 3 times because I'm almost certain we did that earlier. So let's see what else he is doing while he is sort of crashing around the synagogue. We'll go up here now to finish our story. So he is in the synagogue and he says, Zot ha-menorah. This is the menorah. Ze ner tamid. This is the lamp of perpetuity. Ela ha-sidorim. These are the sidurs. And then finally, where we start, Zot ha-bima. And notice behind him here in your little the picture here, notice the stairs. Okay, it ascends up. And then there's the cabinet that the Torah scrolls would traditionally be kept in. And so he doesn't want anything to do with the bema. But notice which direction he's going here. And he goes to the cabinet, and what does he find? And he says here, Zot ha-Torah. This is the Torah. And so he finally has completed his evil deed by finding that which he wants to steal. Okay, so let's see what happens now. So carrying on now to page 8, we see a shift in focus. While Og the Terrible is doing these bad things, now we see a scene where we have what looks to be a teacher and several students in a classroom. And so let's see what we have here and see if we can figure out what the children are saying to each other. Okay, so the very first Hebrew word we see here is the word kitat. Kitat. It starts with a kaf, which looks like an inverted C, a Hirik to get the E sound. Here is a Tav, and we have a Patak. Kita ends with Tav. Ki, tat, kitat. K-I-T-A-T or H-T, however you want to transliterate that. Let's do that again. We've got the Kaf. We have the Hirik. Ki, the Tav, Kita, and here is the Tav, Kitat. One more time. The Kaf with the Hirik. Here is the Tav with the Patak. Kita ends with Tav, Kitat. All right. Now, here is a phrase here. Now, they literally write this out as in transliterating it, but I'm going to give you the translation because it's an interesting translation for this here. So we have B'nai mitzvah. B'nai mitzvah. Okay? And so it's B'nai mitzvah. B'nai, because it's a diphthong. Notice the Sarei Yod, that is a diphthong. B'nai mitzvah. All right, so we have the bet, the Sheva, noon, okay, Sarei Yod. Let me get rid of this here so I can see what I'm doing. So we have B'nai, B-N-A-I, and then we have a mem, okay, with a Hirik, we get mi, and here is a Sadiq. It's the first Sadiq we've seen, I think. Meets. This is the first syllable, meets, and then a Vav, okay, with a Kametz under it. Va ends with Hey. Meets Va. Or children of the commandments. And I'm writing the English in the same direction the Hebrew is, but yeah, this is what it would look like. Of the commandments. B'nai. Okay. Let's do that one more time, or a couple more times here, I guess. B'nai, bet, Sheva, noon, Sarei, Yod, makes B'nai. And then we have the word mitzvah. We start out with a mem and a hirik and a, well, that's kind of a poor zadik, but meets, vav, kametz, hey, mitzvah, B'nai mitzvah. Okay, bet, Sheva, noon, Sarei, Yod, and then we have our mem, hirik, and we have our zadik. Let's see if I can do a better job with that zadik. That looks a little better. Meets, vav, kametz, hey, B'nai mitzvah. So there we go. Children of the commandments. And so, or children of commandments. And we have this word here. You may recognize this if you recite this at your Torah affirming assembly. Shema. And we covered the Shema as in the prayer Shema and in the canting yesterday when we finished up Prayer Book Hebrew chapter 1, Shema Yisrael, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. Shema means to hear, listen, or obey. Shema. Okay, so we start out with looks like a bowl shape, and we have a superlinear dot on the right-hand time, giving it the sh sound, sh, and then we have a mem with a patach, and we have the silent letter ayin that simply carries the sound of the previous letter, Shema. Here, listen or obey. In this case, it's listen. So, Sheen, we have a Shabbat, a Mem with a Patak, Ayin, Shema. One more time. Let's try it. The little bold character, superlinear dot on the right hand, a Shabbat, Mem, Patach, Ayin, Shema. Hear, listen, or obey. All right. Now let's look at this one here. Proper name. Adam. Okay, and an Adam, we just follow the spelling of the word Adam in Hebrew. Adam. Aleph. Kametz. Dalet. Kametz. Mem Sofit. Adam. Aleph. Kametz. Dalet. Kametz. Mem Sofit. Adam. Very good. So now we are to this word here. A very simple word. It means what or how. Depends on the context. So we'll have to figure that out as we go along. So let's start with a mem, with a patach, and ends with a hey. Ma. M-A-H is a good way to transliterate that. Ma. I'll try it again. Mem, patach, hey. Ma. Mem, patach, hey. Ma. Means what or how. Next, we have a proper name again. Remember, we had Adam. Now we have Leia. Starts with a lamed and a zere. That's how we get lay sound. And here is our aleph, which is in itself is a silent letter, but it goes right down to the vowel sound, ah sound. So we have lay, ah, ends with a hey to get that breathing outward, Leia, L-E-A-H. Let's try it again, lamed, saray, lay, aleph, which is silent, but we get the sound of the vowel under the aleph, which is kametz. Leia ends with a hey. One more time. Lamed, saray, aleph, kametz, hey. Leia. Proper name, Leia. All right, how about this word here? Achar. Achar. Notice we've got a guttural in there. It means after. So let's start with a aleph, with a patach, a het, and a patach, and a resh. Now the het is the guttural. A-C-H-A-R. You'll see that transliterated that way in your prayer books. Achar. Let's try it again. Aleph, we have patach, het, patach, resh, achar. Aleph, patach, het, patach, resh, achar. All right, we're getting down to the end of this vocabulary. Here we have the class, ha-kita. And notice that it's a slightly different variation from class of, which has the tav at the ending, kitat. But in this case, it is ha-kita, the class. So we know that the ha is the definite article for the, ha. And here is our kaf, with a dagesh. The hirik, ha-ki, tav, kametz, he, ha, K-I-T-A-H, ha-kita. We'll try it again. He, petach, kaf, hirik. We have a tav with kametz and he, ha, kita. All right, pretty good. Ha with kametz. Inverted C makes a kaf. Hirik. Tav, give it a foot. Kametz. Hey, ha, kita. Now here is a command. Bo, come. And if you get as far as what is in the prayer book, or rather the first Hebrew primer, which is actually what I started out teaching people, but it was too much at one time. We ended up having people dropping out like flies on a hot summer day. And I finally realized I need to do smaller chunks. And so that's what I'm attempting here, to give you smaller chunks and some things that kind of ease you into the subject matter a little better. So, but there's an entire chapter on commands in the first Hebrew primer from EKS Publisher. But let's look at this. We have this word, give it a tail there, a bet with a holem and a aleph. Bo, come. A bet with a holem and an aleph. Bo. Here it is again. Bet, holem. Remember, because this has a dot on it, it ceases to become a vav and becomes an entire vowel. And in this case, the vav transforms into what's called a mother of reading. So it's only O sound. It's not bavo, it's simply bo. Aleph, bo. Come. Okay, so let's look down here at this one. We have the word me, me, and it means with me. So we start out with ayin, hirik, mem, hirik, yod. E-E-M-E-E. That's probably the best way we can transliterate that. Me, with me. Let's try it again. Ayin, hirik, mem, hirik, yod. Two E sounds in there. Notice that the hirik is E sound. Emi. Try it again. Ayin, hirik, mem, hirik, yod. Me. All right, so now that we've got all of our vocabulary, and remember, the only way that you're going to progress is repetition, and in order to get repetition, speak it as I've done, write it, and of course you're seeing it, so all the modalities of learning are there. So let's now return to our story and see what we have. So we know that Og has just finished destroying the temple, and he has finally found what he's after, the Torah scroll. And so it switches gears, and here we are back at the classroom. And notice on the drawing board, there is a sign here. Kitat B'nai Mitzvah. Kitat B'nai Mitzvah. So we have class of the children of the commandments. Of the commandments. So it's like they're in shul, they're in Bible study, they're in, well, the church equivalent would be Sunday school, where you're learning about the Bible. And this is where they're at. These people are in this room in Kitat B'nai Mitzvah, or the class of the children of the commandments. And so here is the teacher. The teacher, she must have heard as well, Og. And it's funny, I said he at first, and then I noticed the earring. But you know, these days, you never can tell. So anyway, a little bit of humor there for you. But I think we'll assume that it's a woman, because I don't think a man would have earrings in a synagogue unless they were really liberal. Anyway, so here is this sound effect. Shh. The teacher says shh. And so she could be saying that in regards to, children listen, or because they're talking, they're hearing something and they're talking. So let's see what they say. So here is the one that's talking. This little girl here is saying to this guy here. What did she say? Shema, Adam. Listen, Adam. That's what she's saying. Listen, Adam. And he is answering, Ma, Leia. What, Leia? And he goes on to say, Aker ha-kita bo imi. After the class, come with me. This is what Leah says to Adam. After the class, come with me. Okay? So, this is, let me get rid of this here. They must have heard something. There must be something that they know is going on. Or it could be when it says Shema, Adam, listen, Adam, maybe what she's saying is, this is just an idea I have. This is just an idea. They haven't heard anything. So it's a little confusing there, but it still doesn't affect the story. She wants to go with Adam somewhere after the class. Okay, so let's see what we have here, where they go. So let's look at these words now. Okay, we need to annotate. Okay. All right, so let's look at this word here. Yafe. Yafe. It means beautiful, right? Yafe. I'll try to get, now look at this one here. Okay, and it starts out with a yod and a kametz and a fe. Remember, this does not have a dot in it, so it's not pay. It's the softer variant of the twin letter. Yaf and segol. Yafe. Y-A-F. Let's see, how can I do this? Yafe. How's that? Y-A-F-F-E. Yafe. There we go. Yod, kametz. Sort of a little around the block, little motion there with the electronic pen. Yafe. Aleph, kametz. Segol. Hey. Yafe. Beautiful. All right, let's look at this one here. Today. Well, notice that this has a ha-yom. That really is usually the definite article, but it's translated as today because we know yom is day. So let's write this out. We have the hey, patach, the yod, and a holem, and a mem sofit. Ha, Y-O-M, hayom, today. Hey, patach, yod, vav, mem sofit. Hayom. Hey, patach, yod, vav, Mem, so, feet. So go ahead and write those out. Hayom. All right. Let's go to the next one. We have this word zeh. Now, we've already done this, so we should know that one. Here is this one here. Beit ha-tefillah. We've already done that. Remember, literally that means house of prayer. And we've discovered that the word tefillah also has sort of a correlation to it, that it has community, place where you commune together, and a place where you study and you pray. So it's temple. This is how they translate. And now here's a new one right here. Nish bar. Nish bar means was destroyed. All right, so let's take a noon here. We have a hirik. We're going to put a sheen in here. And notice that the dot is on the right-hand side, so it's nish, and it finishes the syllable with a shava. Nish, and then bet with a dagesh, patach, bar. N-E-E-S-H-B-A-R. That's a reasonably good way to transliterate that. Nish bar. Let's try it again. Noon with a sheen. Hirik, shiva, bet, kametz, resh. Nish bar. Noon, hirik, shiva, nish, bet, kametz, resh. Nish bar. All right, means was destroyed. Now here's this one right here. Don't confuse this with the one we earlier did that looks kind of similar, called rock. In this case, this is not the word only, as obviously you can see from the translation. It uses an ayin, and it's pronounced ra. Ra. We have a resh and a patach and an ayin. Remember, the ayin is silent, so we get ra. Sounds like one of them Egyptian bad guys in Egypt, doesn't it? Ra. Well, it's associated with evil or wicked. Ra. Resh, ayin. Again, resh, patach, ayin. Ra means bad. All right, let's look at this. Our last part of vocabulary on this page, we have ha-davar, hazeh. So literally, we have the thing is. The thing is, or this thing. The thing, we've got ha-davar, the thing. So this can be translated as is this thing. Is this thing, in a better English understanding. So let's see what we have here. We have a hey with a patach, a dalet with a shava, a kametz. And notice it's not a bet, it's a vet. Patach, resh, ha, D-A-V-A-R. You ever seen that word, davar, in your prayer books? That's what it is. And here is the second part of that phrase. Hey with patach, zayin, and a segol and a hey. Hazeh. The thing, the this, literally. The thing, the this. And so, is this thing, and they've got this is in brackets. So we'll see if we can put it all together for you. Ha. Da. And then we have a vet. Kametz. Resh. The second part is hazeh, zayin, segol, hey, okay, ha, dalet, kametz, vet, kametz, resh, run out of space here, ha, the hey with the patak. We have a zayin with a segol. Put the dagesh there. And there we go. Ha davar hazeh. All right, so let's see what's happening. They remember that in our storyline, the children are in class, and Leia says to Adam, hey, after class, let's go. And as children are very apt to do, they want to get out of class as soon as they can so they can go do the things they like to do. So in this case, here they are. They're on their bikes. It's after the class. And this is what Adam says, Ma Yafe Hayom. Ma Yafe Hayom. Well, we know that Ma means what or how. So what Yafe, beautiful, Hayom, today. What a beautiful day today. Or what beautiful today, literally. Or what a beautiful day. So let's see here. They keep going here, and they don't say anything here, but notice the condition of the temple. It is a wreck. Look at that. Look at these cracks. Look at that. The roof fell in. Looks like, goodness. I mean, trees got busted down. It's a wonder anything's even together. So they see this, and here's what they say. They are at the door now. Ma ze Adam. Remember? What this Adam? What is this Adam? This is what Leia says. Adam exclaims, Beit hatefila nishbar. The house of prayer is destroyed. The house of prayer is destroyed. Here is Leia. Ma ra hadavar hazeh. How evil this thing is. How evil this thing is. And so we see that Leia is very distraught over this, and Adam is just astonished, and both of them are obviously very upset to what has happened here and what Og has done. Okay. So now, I think what we'll do is we'll stop here. And next time, we are going to learn what Og is saying and how the children discover him. So, thank you so much for joining this session of Prayer Book Hebrew. And I hope that, some of these materials at least have some entertaining element. And we know that the more that we teach our children the commandments, the more that they will understand that when the commandments are taken, it is an evil thing. I think that's the main takeaway here, folks. And teaching our children is critical. If you want the next generation to do better than you, what you've done, what you grew up in, my goodness, your key to that is teaching them commandments, but it is a very careful balance. It has to be done with love and understanding of each individual child. But overall, the Bible says that if we teach a child in the way that they shall go, that when they get older, they shall return to those ways. Even if they go through a period of rebellion, I think most parents have to suffer that. But this book shows us the importance of teaching children the commandments, just like what we saw in that classroom, the class of the children of the commandments. So may it be that all of us can be found worthy to be called children of the commandments, B'nai Mitzvah. Okay, so with all of that, I want to thank you for joining me. And if you have any comments or questions, put it down on my YouTube. I haven't gotten too many comments so far, but I know there's people that are watching these videos because I see the numbers of views keep going up, up, up. All right. Well, the Father bless all of you, and I hope that Almighty willing, we will see you again tomorrow at 6 p.m.